Hey everyone, Brian here from Vintage Classic Specialist. Happy Saturday, everyone. Time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So I'm starting off with this car, the 67 Beetle that, if you follow the channel, you know that I helped the owner with a pre-purchase inspection of the car. She bought it and then she brought it in for us to take care of some things that were kind of bothering her. And so let me just go through those real quick here. First and foremost, we put quite a bit of new interior in this car. So the headliner was actually didn't have a lot of tears or anything in it per se, but it looked like at some point it had a lot of water leaking around the windows, and so the whole headliner, or at least the area around the windows, was just very stained and ugly, quite frankly. So yeah, we went ahead and had our upholstery magician Santiago put a new beautiful headliner in here, tight as a drum. And the other thing we did with the interior was her carpet was a mess. I don't know if it was like maybe an old TMI kit or something, but it looked really ugly. And I think it had carpet on the floors, which isn't of course correct, and so on. So yeah, I went ahead and made a correct carpet kit for it. This color, it's not strictly speaking right for this car, but it had black seat upholstery in it, so we decided to kind of go with the charcoal carpet just to kind of go with the existing seats. Her seats have covers on them. They're in okay shape. You know, maybe at some point she'll want to go ahead and do the rest of her interior, so door panels and seats and so on, and have them in the correct color for this car. But then the carpet wouldn't match. Anyway, so she's very happy with her car, so we wanted to take care of these things for her. But yeah, so headliner, carpet, kind of the major things. Another major thing was her window scrapers were just all crusty and they weren't sealing at all, and when she would go to wash the car, lots of water would get inside the car. So just kind of an overall big mess. So we went ahead and rebuilt her doors with, of course, all new scrapers and seals and everything, and got those all sealed up properly how they should be. So that was kind of the other really big thing that we did, I guess, was rebuild the doors. While we're standing here looking at the outside of the car, so this car obviously has been repainted probably several times, and I don't know if you'll be able to see in the video, maybe I think it kind of shows up better on this side, is that the door color is just off a little bit from the rest of the car. You can see it's been painted. This panel below the trim, the color is off a little bit compared to above the trim. So yeah, this little car's been around a while. It's had some resprays, you know, partial resprays and probably a whole respray at some point. But anyway, the paint was just very dull and ugly, and had a lot of, you know, the hood had kind of a lot of orange peel on it and stuff like that. So Rene did a little kind of selective color sanding in some different areas, the hood particularly, just to get some of that orange peel out. For the most part though, he just polished everything up and brought the shine out of it that was kind of hidden under, you know, the paint was just oxidized and didn't really look like it had been maintained very well over the years. So yeah, just kind of made it pop a little bit more. Again, you know, it's not a new paint job. It's got its issues as far as like matching and stuff like that, but really made a huge difference in the overall look of the car, just, you know, having it be shiny and so on. The other thing that I did on the car was a tune-up. The car ran really pretty good when she bought it. And we took it up on the freeway and, you know, it felt great, felt very strong, but I went ahead and did an oil change, excuse me, and started going through the ignition system, and her ignition system was kind of a mess. The wires, the plug wires seemed very old and had some wear on them. Her spark plugs were okay, but looked like they'd been in there for quite a while. You could see some wear on the electrodes and stuff. And then her cap and rotor just didn't really look that great, and her points were pretty bad. And in addition to not looking that great, her points were adjusted more at like 10 thou. As you probably know, if you've ever worked on a Volkswagen, the magic number is more like 16 thou. So points were way too closed. And then the timing was not nearly advanced enough. I think at idle it was maybe timed at about 6 degrees. This particular 009 now has about 18 degrees of total advance, so total advance was probably more like 24 versus 30, 32 that we kind of aim for. So there was a lot of sort of power in this motor that it wasn't realizing because the points and the timing and stuff like that, and just generally wore out ignition components. So replaced the plugs, the wires, cap, rotor, points, and of course timed it and adjusted the points, got everything dialed in. What a difference. This car feels really strong now. It is a 1600 dual port, so this car would have of course come with a 1500 single port, but yeah, this is a very strong little 1600 dual port. It feels great, especially now that the ignition system is all tuned up and everything. The carburetor seemed fine. I didn't bother taking it apart and rebuilding it because it idles fine, runs fine. Did a little bit of adjustment on it is all, and pretty much it for the motor. Again, I think I mentioned I did an oil change, adjusted the valves. A couple of the valves were out of adjustment a bit. Nothing to be too concerned about, but maybe something to keep an eye on future valve adjustments and see if there's a trend of valves getting out of adjustment. Then we need to do something about that eventually anyway. But yeah, so good solid tune up on it and runs amazing now. The other thing that I did just today, because I kind of forgot to do it before, but she did have it on our list, was a front end alignment, and it really needed one. So the toe on these should be around 1/16, maybe 3/16 or so. It literally had 1 inch of toe in on the front. And that's terrible for a couple reasons. One is it causes excessive tire wear because the tires are kind of going down the road like this. And then the other thing is, in addition to tire wear, is it creates a lot of unnecessary resistance on the car rolling. You can see how the two front tires pointed in, essentially, obviously not this much, I'm exaggerating, but the two front tires sort of pointed in at each other going down the road like this, how much rolling resistance that would create, because the tires are constantly, in that case, scrubbing against the ground. And so you're just like eating up a lot of the power of the car, so to speak, in overcoming that scrubbing that's going on the front tires. So yeah, dialed those in. I think now her toe in, I think ended up like around 3/16 or so. Vastly improved there. So she does actually need some new tires, so I'm glad we went ahead and did an alignment, because she won't just start wearing her front tires funny when she gets some new ones. Another thing was her windshield wipers didn't work, so pulled those, and her motor had some issues. It had the old, probably original grease in it, which essentially turns over to wax over time. So just a very stiff motor. And then also the magnet on the motor. Sometimes those, and I'm not really sure how this happens, sometimes the motor magnet gets misaligned and ends up kind of rubbing on the part in the middle that spins. And that creates a lot of friction, and sometimes when you apply power it won't start spinning because it's kind of like locked up against the magnet. But anyway, so yeah, realigned the motor and applied new grease, cleaned it up really good. Works great now, so got working windshield wipers now. I think those are pretty much the major things, guys. So yeah, probably had the car for I don't know, maybe a couple weeks or so. And she is actually coming today to pick it up, so I'm very happy for her. She had probably only had the car maybe like a month or so when she brought it in, and so she's very excited to get it back and have fun driving it. So let me go into the shop here real quick. Not a heck of a lot else to talk about today here, but I did manage to start working on the carburetors for the Notchback. So this one, which is the driver's side one, fully rebuilt now. It wasn't too bad, but this was actually the one that the accelerator pump jet squirter was clogged on. But then yeah, fully took it apart and cleaned everything out very thoroughly, and Seems great now. Got to do the same thing on the passenger side, and yeah, then I will go ahead and reinstall them, and I think that car is going to run really good when the carburetors are freshened up. And of course I'll check the timing and stuff like that, ignition system and everything on there too. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the major thing with that motor not really idling very well at all, and dying the instant you try and give it a little gas, is pretty much these carburetors were just a mess. They had massive vacuum leaks, both of them, due to some unplugged vacuum ports. And so yeah, tons and tons of room for improvement on these. So that's it for today, guys. A little bit of a short day here. I'm probably gonna go home after the owner of the 67 picks it up in about half an hour or so. So yeah, I will see you guys all again on Monday. So thank you everyone for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.